Welcome back to Yahoo Finance Live. Moms and dads, I have some free parenting advice for you on a Friday. Set the bar low for your kids' college admissions process, or at the very least, teach them how to deal with disappointment and do it now. It's getting much harder to get into a top school and nearly impossible to get into the Ivies today. A stunning piece in the Wall Street Journal tells of a young lady named Caitlin Younger, 395 unweighted GPI, founder of the accounting club, performer or director of 30 plays, good scores in 11 AP classes. She helps run a summer camp in the summer. In other words, she has an impeccable resume, albeit one that got her denied at, Stanford, Harvard, Yale, Brown, Cornell, Penn, but also Southern Cal, Berkeley, and Northwestern. It is getting nearly impossible to get in top schools, and your resume does nearly nothing. What interestingly happened here, Brad, is applications went through the roof because SAT and ACT requirements were dropped from thousands of colleges, so many more kids thought, well, maybe I can get into these schools, and now it just feels like nobody's getting in.
Well, the interesting thing that also comes out as a result of a story like this is how many legacy children are being prioritized and moved to the front as part of the admission process. And it is beyond just what the Supreme Court was looking at in the affirmative action case, which we already know is going to be reheard once again this year. And then a decision could potentially come as early as summer 2023. This is separate, though, when you think about the fact that there are different classes now that we're talking about of being able to have a leg up of potentially getting admitted to a college or university, and not based on their merits, but based on their social status. That is something different that we have to acknowledge and that we have to do better about, especially given the rising costs of even being able to go to these schools and have that education at the end of the day, too. All of this is on the table, in my opinion, especially coming out of a pandemic era where you saw some of the enrollments decline. We're still trying to make up some of those numbers at this point in time. And if there's not a fair crack at getting into these universities based on your merits, then what for the future of the minds that are trying to make it into some of these esteemed universities? There's
not a lot of transparency in the process. The only one we've seen is Harvard, that near 50% are either, and it's any of these categories. They could be athletes, legacy children, or children of faculty and staff. So it's hard to lop that in and figure out exactly what's happening. But Brad, colleges got to raise money.
They do.
And they got to raise millions of dollars. So dealing away with wealthy legacies ain't going to happen. It's a business at the end of the day. I know we could probably debate this for a couple of hours, but we shall not. We'll get to the break. We're just